What's up, guys? I'm by Chance 93. We're making some tres leches cupcakes today. Go ahead and heat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. Spoil a few of these eggs. That was about $9 right there. I am going to go ahead and cheat and use this cake mix, but I'm not going to follow directions on the back. I just want to go through a few quick details. And normally I do a voiceover on my videos. Today, we're going to go ahead and do this live audio. You can also just use flour, use sugar, and baking powder. Make sure you use 1 tree of milk and 1/3 of a tree of oil of your choice. Whisk aggressively. By the way, happy Easter. Alright guys, if you don't already know, I'm by Chance 93. Follow me on TikTok, follow me on YouTube, don't follow me in real life. Let me know down in the comments what you'd like to see next. I know I haven't been around. I've been still filming, but I've refused to kind of do what people tell me to do lately. So, heat your oven to 350 degrees. These cupcakes are going to bake for roughly 19 minutes. We're going to put lechera, or sweetened condensed milk, along with evaporated milk and whole milk for the tres leches cake. I want them nice and airy. If you're making your own homemade cake versus cheating like I did today and using a box cake, when you're using you kind of, well, when you're using just flour, you're going to want to make it a little bit more spongy. Just toss in an extra egg than what you would do with my particular recipe. Okay. Again, I did that because it took 2 minutes to do this version versus what I was about to do by hand. Tomorrow's going to be a long day. There was already Easter egg hunts for the kids today and many other things to do. Also, I don't know how long this will take me because I usually do the voiceovers after I've cooked, not during. And all I have to say about that is I got Steve's lava chicken stuck in my head. Lava chicken. Steve's lava chicken is tasty as hell. But anyways. If you have heavy whipping cream, you can go ahead and use a stand mixer or this same hand mixer and fluff. You can also separate some egg whites from the yolks to do this as well. You get an eggier taste if you just use the yolks, but that's great for baking. But let me know down in the comments what you want to see next. Again, I'm by Chance 93. Follow me on TikTok, follow me on YouTube, don't follow me in real life. Let's see if TikTok does get banned pretty soon. But if it doesn't, you guys get some luck. You get stuck with me for a while longer, right? After these bake for about 19 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and add a bit of cinnamon to the top. Of course, I'm going to mix lechera carnations evaporated milk. The lechera is just sweetened condensed milk if you want to make your own. I have a video on that as well. And whole milk. That's the 3 milks for tres leches. And then what I'm going to do, just because I like the batter or the cake itself while it's baking to be nice and airy but moist, I'm going to go ahead and place a dish of water with a little bit of cinnamon for some aromatics while it bakes. You don't have to. It's just something I'm going to do. And depending on how these come off, we're going to get set for Easter. And of course, probably dust some canela on the very top. So I still have a little bit left, so I don't know if I want to make a kind of a sponge, separate sponge cake, or what I want to do with this other piece. Just clean this up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Like I said, the same amount of time that it takes to heat the oven, we're already set. Let's see, give me one more. That's what that's gonna look like, just so you know. We're gonna top this in. It's for 350, and we're gonna go ahead and set the timer for 19 minutes, because that's all you need. Anyways, I'll be back soon. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and start with evaporated milk. Lechera, which is going to drain 4 days. And of course, another pine tree worth of mammal milk, or cow's milk. Whatever mammal will do. Anyways, this is the sweet stuff. That fat content in the whole milk, which I recommend whole milk actually if you're going to use 2% or anything. It might change the flavor. You actually will want that fat content. If not, you got to ideally use 2% milk and use less, boil it down. But essentially all that's doing is creating sweetened condensed milk without the sweetened part. So use whole milk. Alright. I have another video if you'd like to look up, use whole milk, sugar, and set that to a boil, then simmer, and then essentially you're making sweetened condensed milk, which is the lechera. But anyways, alright, so we're just going to mix this, and this is going to be our topping. This is the tres leches topping. Now if your sponge cake, quick bake cake, or whatever you choose to make is nice and airy or filled with eggs, you can have a lot of that absorption. You're going to make a nice sponge cake. Now if you're using any kind of cake that is a bit more dense, but you're going to use this topping anyways because you don't follow my directions, what you're going to do anyways is poke holes throughout the cake. And while you poke holes throughout the cake, it's going to be like planting grass. You're aerating it. And it's going to allow the cake to act like a sponge and absorb more moisture. But anyways, the more you know, the more I babble. I got about 14 minutes on those cakes. This is already done. We'll see you soon, guys. Bye.